Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to study various themes in Proverbs. If we study the book of Proverbs, we see a lot of different themes in the book. So we are going to study some representative themes in the book. First theme is about money or wealth. The author of Proverbs basically gives about 7 instructions about money. First one, God blesses the righteous people with wealth. In other words, God makes people rich. God makes righteous people rich. Second one, foolish behavior leads to poverty. Foolish behavior leads to poverty. So, in other words, if you act foolishly, you will get poorer. Third, the wealth of fools will not last. The wealth of the fools will not last long. Fourth, poverty is the result of injustice and oppression of the rich. Once again, poverty is the result of injustice and oppression. 5. Those with money must be generous. Again, those who are rich must be generous. They must be generous in sharing their wealth to the poor. Number 6, wisdom is better than the wealth. Wisdom is better than the wealth. Finally, number 7, wealth has limited value. Wealth has limited value. Okay, first one, we'll get into detail. First one, God blesses the righteous people with money. God will make the righteous people rich. Let's go to chapter 3, verses 9 and 10. Chapter 3, verses 9 and 10. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything you produce. Then you will fill your barns with grain, and your vats with good wine. And your vats with good wine. In this passage, the author says that if God will bless the rich people and the righteous people to produce a lot of harvest, abundant harvest. So good wine and with a lot of grain, especially in Israel, like wine. So grapes are one of the representatives of our farming products. So from grapes, you make wine. So it's like if you read the Old Testament, the expression that your vat will be overflowing with wine, it means that you will get rich by God. And we have to take a note that also, wealth is a consequence of wisdom. Wealth is a result of wisdom. Chapter 3, verses 15 and 16. Chapter 3, verses 15 and 16. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. She offers you long life in her right hand and riches and honor in her left. Right? So if you are wise, it means that you obey God, you listen to the words of wisdom, so you will get rich. You will get longevity, long life. Then what is the advantage? What is the benefits of wealth to the wise? Chapter 10, verse 15. Chapter 10, verse 15. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of the poor is their disaster. So, okay, just as long as you are a righteous person and you have richness, then your richness is your fortress. Means that it will make you safe. It will make you secure. Okay, second point of money. Second point is foolish behavior leads to poverty. Why people become poor? Because they act foolishly. They act foolishly. Chapter 26, verses 13 to 15. Chapter 26, verses 13 to 15. The lazy person claims, there might be a lion on the road. Yes, I'm sure there's a lion out there. As the door swings back and forth on its hinges, so the lazy person turns over in bed. Lazy people take food in their hand but don't even lift it to their mouth. Wow. This much lazy, right? They're lazy. Their laziness make them poverty, make them poor, and lead them to poverty. Chapter 10, verse 4. Lazy people are soon poor. Hard workers get rich. Lazy people are soon poor. Though they are not poor at the moment, if they are rich, if they are lazy, they will become poor. Chapter 10, verse 5. A wise youth harvests in the summer, but the one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace. Wow. During the harvest, they sleep. That's why they become poor. And one other reason of poverty is what? Overindulgence. You know, indulgence is like they enjoy banquet, big feast, with drinking, dancing, whatever. They spend a lot of money. That's overindulgence. Chapter 21, verse 17. Chapter 21, verse 17. Those who love pleasure become poor. Wine and luxury are not the way to riches. Once again, those who love pleasure become poor. Wine and luxury are not the way to the riches. Yes, laziness and overindulgence will lead you to poverty. Number 3, the wealth of foolish people will not last. The wealth of fools will not last long. Chapter 11, verse 18. Evil people, chapter 11, verse 18. Evil people get rich for the moment, but the reward of the godly will last. So, it means that if the wealth of evil people, right, will soon disappear. Right? It doesn't last long. Only the godly people's wealth will last. Chapter 13, verse 11. Chapter 13, verse 11. Wealth from get-rich-quick schemes. Wealth from get-rich-quick schemes quickly disappears Wealth from hard work grows over time. Yes. It's like many people think about just getting upstart. Upstart means like you get money, a lot of money all of a sudden. It's like by winning like lottery, something like that. That is upstart. Then you become rich, you are called upstart. So many people think about this. Yes. But it doesn't last long. Chapter 21 verse 6. Chapter 21 verse 6. Wealth created by a lying tongue is a vanishing mist and a deadly trap. Wealth created by a lying tongue is a vanishing mist and a deadly trap. Yes. If you get rich by cheating people, it will vanish like mist. Yes, it'll disappear. Number 4, point 4 on money is poverty is the result of injustice and oppression. Poverty is the result of injustice. Yes, injustice and oppression. Chapter 22, verse 16. Chapter 22, verse 16. A person who gets ahead by oppressing the poor or by showering gifts on the rich will end in poverty. Yes. You know, in the Old Testament time, usually the rich people oppress the poor people a lot, all the time. You know, they secured a lot of land and houses, and according to Isaiah chapter 5, the rich people try to get more land and get more houses. They try to increase their land and houses. They never try to keep Jubilee, in which they have to give the land and the house back to the original owner. Yes. So a lot of people get poorer and poorer by the oppression of the rich and by the unjust act behavior of the rich. They squeeze, actually, the rich people squeeze the poor people to get more money, to get more wealth. Yes. Chapter 16. Chapter 13:23. Chapter 13:23. A poor person's farm may produce much food, but injustice sweeps it all away. See here, injustice. That is the cause of poverty of the poor people. Injustice, right? In the time of Old Testament was full of injustice in the society of Israel. That's why they were judged by God and they were taken to Babylon and Assyria and Babylon. Okay, point 5 on money. Those who have much money must be generous in giving, in sharing their material with the poor and weak people. Chapter 28, verse 27. Chapter 28, verse 27. Whoever gives to the poor will lack nothing, but curses will come on those who close their eyes to poverty. Once again, chapter 28, verse 27. Whoever gives to the poor will lack nothing, but curses will come on those who close their eyes to poverty. The law commands the people of Israel to help the widow, or the orphans, the strangers, these who are economically weak group. So the people must help them. So those who have money, enough money to help them, they must do. 11:24, chapter 11, verse 24. Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. Okay, if you give more, then you will get richer. Once again, if you give more, and you will get richer, and you will get more wealth. But if you are stingy, so stingy means that you don't like to give or share your material with the poor people. If you're stingy, and you will lose your money. Yeah. Chapter 3, verse 27 and 28. Chapter 3, verses 27 and 28. Do not withhold good from those who deserve it, when it's in your power to help them. If you can help your neighbor now, don't say, come back tomorrow, and then I'll help you. So if you are rich, probably poor people around you will ask a favor of you. Then they'll come to lend some money from you. And don't say, no, please come later. Don't say like that, okay? So you have to lend your money, okay? You have to lend your money. Point 6 on money is wisdom is better than wealth. Wisdom is better than wealth. Yes. Which is better, do you think? Wisdom or money? Probably many people say money is better. But the wise man says that wisdom is better. Chapter 15, verse 16. Chapter 15, verse 16. Better to have little with fear for the Lord than to have great treasure with inner turmoil. Okay. Fearing for the Lord is wisdom. You understand? Fearing for the wisdom. That is the foundation, starting point of wisdom. Fearing of the Lord. So this fearing of the Lord is better than having great treasure. See? Yes. Chapter 15, verse 17. A bowl of soup with someone you love is better than a steak with someone you hate. Whoa. It's only chapati, right? A piece of chapati with someone you love is much better than what? Tandoori chicken, right? Better than tandoori chicken with someone you hate. 16 verse 8. 16 verse 8. Better to be poor and godly than rich and dishonest. Right? So the wisdom teacher encourages us to be godly than rich. 22 verse 1. 22 verse 1. Choose a good reputation over great riches, for it is better than silver and gold. Choose a good reputation over great riches, for it is better than silver and gold. Even, the wise wisdom teacher says that even reputation is better than wealth. Having good reputation, right? Okay, final point on money is that wealth has limited value. The value of wealth is not limitless. It has only confined value, limited value. Chapter 11 verse 4. Riches won't help you on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. Once again, riches won't help you on the day of judgment, right? One day when he stand before God, much money we have will not save us, right? Chapter 13 verse 8. Chapter 13 verse 8. The rich can pay a ransom for their lives, but the poor won't even get threatened. Okay, so if you are rich, a lot of thieves and robbers will try to sneak into your home and rob your home, right? But the poor won't even get threatened because the robbers, thieves do not sneak into the poor man's, right? So then what is the conclusion about money? What is the conclusion of the wisdom teacher on money? Okay, let's go to chapter 30 verses 7 to 9. Chapter 30 verses 7 to 9. Oh God, I beg two favors from you. Let me have them before I die. First, help me never to tell a lie. Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. For if I grow rich, I may deny you and say, who's the Lord? And if I am too poor, I may steal and thus insult God's holy name. So, not very much poor, not very much rich is good. Medium, right? So that we always keep close relationship with God and always remain righteous. Okay, today we studied about the wealth, money. But you have to understand that this truth, 7 truths about money, is not, this truth is sometimes situational. It doesn't apply to any situation, to every situation. No. Sometimes it is true, but sometimes it is not applied. But anyway, so overall, 7 general rules, 7 general points or themes, ideas about money. Okay. Thank you very much.